Hi, and welcome to the monthly video for July 2022. For Vizlib Library, I would like to highlight the power of the context menu for some of our most used charts. To start with, the Vizlib line chart has multiple options that are both aesthetic changes and functional alterations that alter the visualization. Open the context menu, we have 4 custom options to choose from. The first option is Enable Forecast, which allows you to turn on the powerful forecasting ability of the line chart. Option 2 is to show trend lines, which provides your users with a calculated reference line showing the up or down trend of your data. For option 3, it is change representation. This changes the line from an area graph to a standard line and back. The final option is show values, which makes it possible to turn on and off the data points without having to go into the property panel. The Vizlib bar chart has a maximum of 4 options to choose from. Option 1 is to show or hide the legend, x-axis or y-axis. Option 2 allows you to show or hide the bar values. Option 3 changes the orientation from horizontal to vertical and back. Option 4 is display mode, which alters the display. This option shows different choices depending on what your bar chart looks like. As seen in this example, I have 2 charts. The left is a 2-dimension grouped bar chart, and the right is also a 2-dimension bar chart, but is stacked and represents each secondary dimension as a percentage of 100%. Using the context menu, I can change the appearance of the left bar chart to look like the one on the right bar chart without having to go into the property panel. The Vizlib Filters context menu has been created to assist your use of your Qlik application. We have a variety of options, which are copy cell value to clipboard, to copy returned results in the filter. So for example, 2 out of 3 selected in ticket class. Select all, which selects all the filters on the sheet. Select possible, to select all possible selections in one filter. Select alternative, which appears when you already have something selected and want to reverse that selection. Select excluded is like select alternative, but works when there are selections that cannot be made in filters. Clear field clears all the selections made in the filter. Clear other fields clears all selections made by other filters. And finally, lock field prevents the selections made from being affected by other context menu actions. So why use it? We are providing you and your users with the ability to change and interact with Vizlib visualizations without you or your developer having to accommodate every scenario and or use case.
With editable if, it is now possible to control if a certain row is editable or not. Note this small setting. If it is green, the expression will be calculated once for the whole table. But when it is red, the expression will be evaluated once per row. Besides normal Qlik expressions, it can also be used with column syntax, so any changes in one column can change if another one is editable or not. Obviously, with such calculations there is a performance impact for the Qlik engine, so please take a bit of care when using that on larger tables. When using a radio button with many different options, it can be a bit tricky to make it look good. With this new option, you can control the column width exactly and sort everything in neat columns. This setting is also available for multiple choice. Previously you had to copy-paste or type in the values, but Loop and Reduce feature in Vizlib Server now also accepts a field as a source for the values to loop. The timestamp for Writeback was previously only possible to set to the UTC time zone. There is now an option to instead choose the data source time zone. This works for all destination types. Text columns can now be displayed as a URL, and it can also have a different label set for each row if needed. Note the logic for optimized performance, where you should only choose to calculate it per row if it is actually needed. The conditional formatting has been improved to also allow formatting based on other column values. Super simple to set up by just configuring these settings, and extremely flexible. For wider tables, the columns can be frozen in place. Simply click on the header and choose freeze for that column, and everything on the left stays in place while scrolling to the right. The setting is also available in the property panel, so the developer can decide if some columns should be frozen from the start. Teamwork now also works with Vizlib Server for Qlik. A limitation for bookmarks remained due to limitations in Qlik. Please upvote our feature requests with Qlik to make this possible.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our social media.